Hi, Campus Stores Canada. I'm Steve Thomas, Google at campusstores.ca, and I'm coming to you today with another quick tip. I've had some questions about how do we store stuff on MemberSpace. So, first things first, let's get logged in. I'm just going to come up here. I'm on the Campus Stores Canada website. I'm just going to come to MemberSpace, click on MemberSpace, choose my account, get logged in. Now, the easiest way is to come here to our Google Drive. And now I'm inside of my drive, so I can have this laid out however I want. I can set it up however I want. But the easiest way to get things in here is to literally just click and drag. So here I've got a PDF that's on my desktop. I'm going to click. Now I can either click and drag it and add it directly to a folder when I hover over it. So you can see now that it says CSC member logos. It'll put it into that drive or any other drive. Or I can also just hold it over top. When it looks like this, it says it's going to go instantly into my drive. Now I'm just going to release. So now it's uploading that into my drive. It says that it's going to take it a second here just because I'm also recording at the same time. But so this is now accessible solely to me. So I can either manually add items to my drive like this, or if you're more interested or want a little bit more detail, you can also set up drives that will sync from your personal computer. Now, I'm going to do a video about this in a little while, but this is the first video to show you just how to share items. So now that that PDF is actually here, you can see that the upload is complete. I can click on this show folder location, and it's going to take me down to my brand new PDF. Now, as I said, this is only available to me right now, but let's change this. So all I did there was I right-clicked on the drive, and I can either share it, or I can share it to a link, or I can add it to other things. When I click share, it's going to give me the ability. So let's say I want to share it to Imelda. I can just type in Imelda's name and it'll come up. It's going to give her a couple of options. So I can have her as an editor, which means that she can also delete, retranscribe, change things about that file. Or I can have her as a commenter. Now, a commenter can add comments to a drive, but they can't necessarily change anything contained within it. They're going to add another layer called comments. If I say instead that Imelda is only a viewer, all she can do is open the file. But that's good enough, right? In some cases, you're just going to want to have people who can view the file. Now, I have it clicked here so that it'll notify Imelda when she gets access to this file. I can also turn that off. When it's on notify people, I can also write a message. So, hi Imelda, here's the new catalog. But this is slow. If I have to go through and type out every name of every person who is involved in me distributing this new catalog, I'm going to be here all week. That doesn't sound like fun. So I can, instead of sending it to one person, let's send it to the merch group. So I type in merch or general merchandise or however I want to get to it. I can now share this with the entire merch group. And again, I can make them viewers, commenters, editors. I can notify them. So I can say, hi merch, here's the new catalog. And then I can send it. Now, what if I don't want to have to send it to all those people and use that sharing? Well, instead, I can create a link. So I'm going to come here and say get link. Now that's going to create a link for this item. That link, I can set it so that it's restricted. I can set it so that only people with a campusstores.ca email address can see it. Or I can set it so that anybody on the internet can see it. And when you click on anyone with a link, I literally mean anyone on the internet can find it. So if we keep it to restricted, it's only the people that I invite. If I put it to campusstores.ca, now anybody with campusstores.ca, member, partner, or administrator, can see the file. If I put it onto anyone with link, the entire internet has access to it. But what if I don't want to share it that way either? Because now I have to create an email and send it out to everybody and all the rest of it. Now, I can do other shared drives. So this is where our sharing service comes in. You can see that I have access to a lot of shared drives, like a lot of shared drives. But what if instead of, so I can share it to whomever I want. Just like I did within my drive, I can now go into, let's say, Bruiser Barbarian rather, and I can click on this, drag, and add the item into their file. I don't want to do that because that's, believe, a catalog for a bunch of air filters for 1990s BMW. Not particularly useful in this case. But if I were from Barbarian Bruiser, I could add it there. If it is for, say, my university or my college, I can do the same sorts of things. We can also, for example, sync big drives. So Greg and the administrative team have always had copies of our drives saved locally and then shared with other members, typically the board of directors. But this admin drive, you can see that we now have an active list of everything that's shared on all of our local drives into this one drive. This means that we now have access to the entire history of Campus Stores Canada for all of the members. Now, you may not necessarily want to do this, but ours does it automatically, syncing to a folder within our PCs and automatically uploading it. If you take a look at my PC, I'm just running a Windows 10 PC here. If we come over to Google File Stream, you can see that I can still go into all of those shared drives. Now, getting that set up is going to be another video, but you can do it if you want to. Now, if you have any other questions or comments or just have other suggestions for videos, I'd love to see them. You can get a hold of me again at google@campusstores.ca, or you can give me a call at 1-888-288-4044. That's google@campusstores.ca. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you at the next tip.